name is Claro, and I'm here today on behalf of the Office Cake, and I'm going to be showing you how to cut, fill, and dress a cake. Now I'm going to tell you a few of the ingredients and things that you're going to need. You're going to need one baked cake. We're going to need some yummy simple syrup, some oozing fudgy fudge, some creamy buttercream that you can see right here. And we're going to give it some texture. We're going to have the sponginess of our cake, the creaminess of a fudge, and some crunchy chocolate chips in the center. So, we've got our baked cake, and we're going to unwrap it here. Chocolate cake tends to bake with a hump at the very top. Some cakers decide to take those humps and then take them off and then go ahead and they put them into molds again to make cake pops. We don't make those here, so this just goes in the garbage. It's sad. Anyways, so we're going to cut this cake in half. And the way you do that is that you're going to put your knife at an angle. If you want to see a little bit better, we're going to put it at an angle towards you. And then you're going to be cutting, and you're going to be doing the view from the bottom to the top, looking so that you know that you're staying in the center. If you try to cut left to right, you will start at one end and you'll end up at an angle like a ramp like that. It's happened to me many times. Anyways, we are going to mark our cake like a puzzle because even though I've perfected my techniques over the year, it's never perfect. So you want to mark where the puzzle goes together. Okay, that way now when we remove our top, we know where it's supposed to go. And if you see, we do have just a slight bit of an angle right here. What we're going to add now is our yummy simple syrup. This is an old family recipe of ours. It has some top secret ingredients that I can't disclose. You're just going to have to guess. And you can always add and enhance the cake if you wanted to. So like let's say you love mint or you love hazelnut. You could always add some hazelnut infusions, like some extracts or syrups to it. Almond, amaretto, all of those would pair very nicely with something like this. And you're going to take your ladle, about half a ladle is good for a 6-inch cake. A 6-inch cake serving 5 to 7 guests. It's like the top of a wedding cake. And then we're going to go ahead and pipe the edge. Hang on. And those are some bloopers. But we're not going to tell anybody. Anyways, we're going to pipe the edge of our cake here. And it's going to be in pink, because that's what I had handy. And the reason we're doing that is that that's going to serve as a barrier and as a dam for our yummy filling not to ooze out. I like to stuff my cakes kind of like, I compare it to shoving a fat girl into a girdle. I was a fat girl. Anyway, so now we've got our yummy fudge, and we're going to pour it onto our 6-inch cake. And then we're going to go ahead and spread it. I did melt it down just a little bit, but not to where it's in a liquidy state. You don't want it to be dripping and oozing that much because it'll be a hot mess. A yummy one, but a hot mess. Anyway, so we're going to continue to remove some of the excess fudge. Okay. And there we go. And then now what we want to do is go ahead and fill it with some of our crunchy, yummy, delicious texture applying chocolate chip morsels. Okay. And then it's very important that you seal this once more. Now you could seal it with some more fudge, or you could seal it with some vanilla buttercream. The nice thing about the buttercream is that when you cut the cake, you'll have that beautiful white stripe in the center, kind of like an Oreo cookie. And I mean, who doesn't like Oreo cookies? So you know what? Let's do that. We're going to go to plan B. I'm going to live on the wild side. So here we go. So we've got our yummy buttercream that we're going to fill here. And it tastes yummy, and it photographs beautifully. It makes everybody want to come over and grab a slice. There we go. And then as you see, when I'm using my spatula, it's like I'm skiing on the cake. You know, people tend to do a lot of this and stuff. You don't want to do that because you'll end up with the spongy material on the bottom of your spatula. And that's no good. Okay. So now we're going to put our top piece of our cake, our puzzle. That was good thinking. We're gonna put it right here. Perfect. And now with our knife, this is a knife for a left-handed person, and you'll know because when you use it, the beveled edge of the knife will be facing you, okay? So, and it does make a difference. Now when I cut using the knife just straight up like this. The bad thing about me being lefty is that I hide my work. I don't let you see. But here we go. So I'm just cutting, but it is important that you go up and down, up and down, up and down. Otherwise you're gonna tear the piece. Now I've got my garbage back here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna be able to slide that into my garbage. I have a garbage that's got a straight edge on it so it can line up right with my table. We won't show you that garbage is not pretty. But you can use your imagination. And then now we're going to grab another half a ladle and we're going to apply it to our cake. And that way it's nice and moist. I'll take that off there. Okay. Perfect. There. And then now, alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and clean this up. Now the edge of it, you're just going to wipe it down before we apply our buttercream. Okay. There we go. Now I can drop these. So we're going to pour some of the buttercream over the top. Okay. And I usually grab, I think I grabbed a little too much. I was a little overzealous there. I usually grab a little more than I need because what I like to do when I'm applying the buttercream to the cake is have it go over the edges a little. Just slightly, not a lot, just slightly. Because when I go now to apply the buttercream on the sides of the cake, it makes it easier. Now I make sure when I'm grabbing the buttercream that I've got it lengthwise, the full length of my spatula. That's really important. That makes a big difference in the application. And then now, if you'll come in a little closer so they can see, I'm applying it. See how that edge helped me to apply. Now always like a ski. You're sliding, never lifting. If you lift, you're gonna take the cake with you and then you'll just have to eat it. So we're going to go ahead and apply some more. I'm a hot mess over here. Okay. Alright, and then we're just going to give it one nice little swift scoop there because we're going to take the excess off now. Okay. So now that we've got this top border that's like lifting up this little lip, we're going to go ahead and bring it in. Okay. And we want to remove the excess because we're going to be applying fondant on top of this and otherwise it's going to ooze and it's not going to look good. We like firm cakes here. While it is always important to get the balance of a yumminess can never be sacrificed. Yumminess comes first. But there is a way to make them yummy and beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and clean the edge of our cake. And then we're going to be ready for another tutorial in just a little bit. Alright, let's see here. Clean the edge there. And you always want to make sure you clean it because then it'll get hard. The sugar will harden and it'll be harder later. And that's it. So I'll see you on the next one. This is Sarah, over and out. And don't forget to go check us out at theofficecake.com.